Welcome to a new video. I hope you had a great day. Let's take a look at some news stories, shall we? The first story is called, "Your Policy is More Important Than Good Service?" This happened about 5 years ago. I work in a service center type of environment in search engine advertising, and our clients are scattered all over the Eastern Hemisphere. In order to provide better service to our clients, the management team decided that our working hours would be adjusted to suit our clients' time zones. My team's clients are in the Middle East. Most countries in the Middle East work from Sunday to Thursday, so we get Fridays and Saturdays off. Our working hours are also adjusted to suit Dubai's time, so we're on the evening shift of 12:30 to 9:30. Not a big deal, it makes sense as a service provider. We get paid a shift allowance of around $8 per day. As part of a cost reduction exercise, management became really strict with our shift hours. Occasionally, someone would request to work 10 to 7 if they had a personal matter to attend to at night. But the management would refuse shift allowance in that case. Also understandable. Here's the bad part. The shift allowance was only paid out if an employee stayed the full 12:30 to 9:30 shift. So, if you had to leave 15 minutes early, you would have to forfeit your allowance. No leeway was made for 12 to 9, even though that would have covered the full 9-hour shift. People started getting upset because of how authoritarian management was being. Our timings were being observed so strictly, even being 15 minutes late warranted a verbal warning. Lunch hours were strictly an hour, with team leads observing our sign-off and sign-on times. Management conveniently did not seem to mind whenever we would put in unpaid overtime, sometimes even until 11 during peak periods. So long as we still came in by 12:30 the next day. So a bunch of us started to strictly observe the 9:30 end of shift time. Clients needed something at 9:30? Sorry, it's time to clock out. A report is needed urgently at the headquarters? Sorry, we'll do it tomorrow. Unsurprisingly, our clients complained directly to management about the drastic reduction in service from our team. This went on for a couple of months. Finally, during our next monthly team meeting, we were informed that the start times of the shift can be slightly flexible if we stayed a little later the night before to complete work requested by our clients. Management also eased up on the strict lunch hour observation. The next story is called, "The Wrong Parking Spot." I am working in a pharmacy located in a medical center that is shaped like a T. The pharmacy is located on one end of the arm and the general practitioners are located on the other end, with specialists having rooms between us. The medical center covers the whole width of the block with 2 car parks, one on each side of the building. So you are not able to drive directly across from one to another. There are designated spots marked by profession title at their closest car park, with other bays marked for either 15, 30 or 60 minutes. We got a doctor who just parks in any bay he likes in the car park. It gets frustrating as the pharmacy closes 30 minutes before the doctors do, and we need to lock up the car park on our side of the building when we leave, and they lock up their end when they leave. Every night somebody goes up to the doctor's reception to inform them that there is that car there and they'll need to lock the gate once they leave. It's the same system for both gates, just an unnecessary hassle to walk across the length of the building. This goes on for about a month before we get a building-wide email from the building head, stating the rules of the car parks, indicating clearly that cars will be locked inside if they are there after stated hours. Surely enough, that night the doctor parks in our car park, and we leave that night with it locked inside. That was last night, and while I did not open, there was some confrontation between the doctor and the pharmacist in charge about his car locked in the car park, and the pharmacist requested the doctor send the pharmacy a formal email to not lock his car in the car park. The email was received and forwarded to the building head straight away. Right now, about 1 hour before closing, we have called the building head to get his car towed away. As stated in the rules of the car park, it has been several hours since it parked in a 15-minute spot. And as stated in his email, he did not want us to lock it in our car park. I have just gone down in person to the doctor's reception, and they have left a voicemail message for the doctor to move his car as we are preparing to close. 30 minutes before we close, the building head was there and got informed of the situation. And he has seen the email exchange with the doctor. The tow truck has been called. The tow truck came and has the car now towed away. The car park is locked up with no cars inside. Apparently, the building head had tried to see the doctor to get the car moved before the tow truck was called. Apparently and thankfully the doctor was on a short-term contract, explaining only having issues for the past few weeks. So it was not difficult to terminate the contract for the doctor since he was not following the conditions of the contract. The evidence of the email, parking violations and something else that was going on in the clinic between the doctor and fellow staff. Since the doctor was contacted multiple times to park his car in the right spot and to move his car that night, the building head had the right, authority and no issues to tow the vehicle. The building head even had a print out of the email saying that the doctor did not want their car locked in the car park when he yelled that he should be reimbursed for the impound fee before the building head asked him to leave the premises before the police were called. The third story is called, No Overtime. This was years ago when I worked in a machine shop. The company builds custom sound damping cabinets that went around milling machines and the like. I was responsible for building oil extractors that went on top of milling machines to extract oil from the air and deposit it back into the oil pan. These were very precise little machines and I was the only one in the company who knew how to manufacture most of the parts and assemble them. There was a main part that we did not make but purchased from another milling company on the other side of the state. I lived between our shop and that company. Now, we were working on this really huge order for one of our main customers and they wanted 30 of these units. We had no more parts, so I asked my manager if instead of coming into work, punching in, then going right back out to the mill on the other side of my home, if I could just go directly there, get that parts and he would take care of my time card. My manager agreed it would be a good idea and give us a few more hours to finish assembling the units. All was well until I arrived at the shop. The plant manager was on one of his rants and saw me walk in and demanded to know why I was late but refused to actually listen. So he tells my manager he knows the rules, if you come in late, you are not eligible for any overtime and can only work 40 hours, no more for that week, and to make sure I did not get any overtime, I had already worked on Sunday, along with a lot of others to get this order done on time. The order had to ship by the coming Monday. This was Thursday morning. I had my 40 hours in the night before, so I was already on overtime. I packed up my tools and headed for the door, walking past my manager and he asked where I was going. We needed the extractors for the order. I told him I could not work anymore that week as I already had my 40 hours. So see you on Monday. And I walked out. Needless to say, the order did not ship. The customer was really upset and the company lost all kinds of money on the deal. Oh, and I found a new job that Friday, so I never went back. The last story is called, You Don't Want It? My auto group recently did a big sale. We had some leftover inventory from last year and we really wanted to get rid of it. We had come up with some really massive discounts. Like we had a leftover last year Jeep Wrangler that we sold for $25,000 when normally this would easily be in the mid to upper 30s. Part of the deal was that we gave away the extended warranty for free. Typically this warranty costs over $2,000 per car. But we said as a part of the clearance it goes with the car for free. So we pushed out our ads. We even said in the ad, price includes a discount for extended warranty. So I get a guy on one of the clearance units and he's like, take off the extended warranty and I'll buy it. I explained that if he takes off the extended warranty, he won't get the extended warranty discount, which was 100% of the warranty, and that he'd end up paying the same price. He said extended warranties were a waste of time and money and he wasn't going to pay for it. I then said, well actually if you buy the extended warranty, you can cancel it and get refunded the warranty and it'd be like you paid $2,000 less. He goes, I don't want to deal with that hassle, just take it off. I once again tried to explain, if you delete the warranty, your price isn't going down. He said to delete it and he'll buy the car. I chuckled to myself and said, sure, no problem. We took the warranty off the car and sold him the car for the same price as if he had had the warranty. He smiled and laughed how he beat us and walked out essentially paying $2,000 more than he had to. And just point this out, part of the clearance deal was that if you bought a clearance unit, you got an extended warranty for free. If you declined the warranty, your price wouldn't go down, it would stay the same. However, if you really didn't want the warranty, you could buy the warranty and then get a refund after the fact and actually come out ahead. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please consider subscribing to the channel for more content. Let me know what you think about the stories in the comment section below. Have a great day. Bye bye.